why doesn't Kyle Shanahan call more plays for George Kittle in the red zone? We all know Kyle Shanahan's go-to guy down there is Kendrick Bourne, and he does a terrific job. It's just that he's not the all-pro tight end, seventh best player in the league, who's a little bit of a decoy close to the goal line. What is that about? Please explain it, all of you, right now at the same time. No, who's first?
Right now at the same time.
So, how many touchdowns did he have called back last year? Like 4? 5? So
Sure.
so he could have been at 10 touchdowns or so last season. And then I think a lot of it, God, I'm gonna get the hate for this right now, but I think a lot of it is because he knows Jimmy Garoppolo. If he calls that, Jimmy Garoppolo's going to force that ball, and teams are going to double team George Kittle every single time.
Okay.
So with Kyle, he's just going to go. He's going to scheme things open. Go. He knows the defense are expecting Kittle, so why is he going to do it?
Okay, so it's the decoy approach, and that's what Greg Roman used to do with Vernon Davis back in the day. It would really burn me up, but a lot of people feel that's the way to go in close quarters. Jose, what do you think?
Yeah, 100% decoy. I mean, that's I wrote like last week or that. Why I don't think Kittle's going to get more than 7 touchdowns this year is because maybe that red zone opportunity, the field strength, and it becomes, all right, we definitely think or we don't even care if we definitely think, we know, Kittle, you are the best player. We're going to stop you. And let's just let everyone else, let's just take our chances with everyone else. I mean, I think the fact that they're using decoy, another way you could prove it, I remember the Steelers game, then they give a jet sweep to George Kittle or they hiked it and they just caught it there. I was like, I stood up in the press box like, what the hell was that? So he's trying to get a little too cute. I know Shanahan gets a little too cute in and of itself, but the fact that he tried to get too cute with Kittle and by letting him get a carry was showing him, I just need to get him a touch in here or somewhere just to get in the end zone because he knows he can't make it as simple as that. And maybe Leo is right because he thinks Jimmy's just going to just dial it in there. Oh, I got Kittle. And didn't that happen against the Rams too on the away game or something like that? That was one of his picks in the end zone. I think he tried forcing it into Kittle. I don't know if he was, I think it was against Kittle.
No, I think it was Debo, actually. I think it was Debo.
Yeah, it was
threw it to
Debo.
Marco.
But maybe Debo was the highlight because I think I saw him like looking more towards that side of the field. But still, either way, it's just better. It's just better to get him the decoy and let him on a bait, and the defense is gonna bite at him, and it's just easy. You know, like Kittle say, he doesn't care about his stats. He wants to win, and that's the great way to win. It's just by letting him be the decoy.
I mean, I thought that kind of what Leo was saying, like saving George Kittle, like because Jimmy Garoppolo would throw it. But then I thought like we'd see in the Super Bowl him just like all of a sudden get to see his usage skyrocket because like there's no holding back at this point. But it kind of stayed the same. And so I think it's just some type of scheme thing where just save Kittle for when it matters most. But sometimes teams even take away that moment from him. And it's just always take away the best weapon like Jose and Leo were saying, like he's a decoy, and I'll always use him for that. But I mean, it'd be nice if they started using him more because, like, I mean, especially in the playoffs, like give the ball to your best weapon. The biggest thing for me in the Super Bowl last year was it third down? Was the Emmanuel Sanders play on third down? And then Kittle was in to block on that, I'm pretty sure. And I mean, yeah, if the throw was a little better, it was a go-ahead touchdown. But just I was so shocked that just give the ball to your best player and see what happens and when you're backed against the wall, and that's not what happened.
So I think it's a little bit why the Lakers lost to the Blazers the other day. You're going to help out on the main player, and you're going to force the other people to beat you. So that's the same thing what teams do with Kittle. They're going to double Kittle and force their other receivers who, at the time last year, they had no one who could really beat man. And when you're up in the red zone, everything gets tighter. So you're going to have more man-to-man, force receivers to beat DBs. And I think Kyle Shanahan would rather have George Kittle be his decoy and get other people open.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think it's that he's being double teamed necessarily. I think it's that, look, when you have Tony Gonzalez, Travis Kelce, Rob Gronkowski, those guys get targets in the end zone every week. Almost if they're in the red zone, you're not going to waste an opportunity to throw the ball up to Rob Gronkowski once because they're unguardable in that area. And that's what usually a tight end is. He's usually most effective in the red zone. And just from the way that Kyle Shanahan calls his plays, you can see that he doesn't really think of Kittle that way. I mean, how many targets does Kittle get in the end zone? Usually his targets in the red zone are he catches the ball at the 10 and has to run in. Or a lot of his touchdowns in his career have been from far out. So I think that Shanahan thinks that Kittle's great in space. You know, you scheme him a little bit of space on a play action pass and then get him a little bit of momentum and you can't tackle him. But in confined areas where you have to have finesse and a little wiggle to just get open and create little areas of space, Kendrick Bourne can do that. I think Shanahan thinks that that's not really the strength of Kittle's game. Also, you have to have great hand-eye coordination to make contested catches. And again, Kittle's more of like get him in space and he's impossible to tackle guy. So I think it's kind of it's not that he does use him as a decoy, but I think he uses him as a decoy because he sincerely believes that Kendrick Bourne is more effective inside, say, the 10-yard line than Kittle. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, because he's a better 50-50 jump ball player than Kittle is. Kittle's not known to be a jump ball also because of that labrum. Can he actually reach up and pluck a ball?
Good point.